Hi folks, welcome to another Bossii tutorial. This one is going to be specifically on bookings that require a deposit, usually for functions. So like what we said in the last video that related to bookings, that it's always best to do that in Bossii Admin because there's a lot more features in Bossii Admin than there is in the POS. So if you open up Bossii Admin, go to Bookings, go to View Bookings, and we've got our bookings calendar shown right there. If we go into today's date, for example, we'll just do one for today as a test, but you could do it for any date in the future just by choosing your month, your dates, etc. Okay, so we open up today and press, we can do recurring bookings as well. So you can press new and it comes up with our box that's asking us for different booking types. Now I know that behind all the function ones there is a deposit requirement on all of those. You can put the letter D in there so that you know that each one of those actually has a deposit behind it. So that just reminds you that those are particular functions that do accept a deposit. The setup for all of this is in our setup button down the bottom here. If you go to setup bookings, and then booking types, that'll show you how to set up all of these different booking types and all the different definitions behind each of those. So if we go to drinks and food package, for example, I'll type in a phone number that is probably going to be recognized. Yep. So because we've used this phone number before, it's filled all the information that's required. And if we go to status, so the status of the booking delineates whether this booking will actually be shown in the POS or not. If it is only an inquiry, it will not be shown in the point of sale. So when you go to start the booking in the point of sale, you will not see this booking because it's still tagged as just an inquiry. If you want to start that particular booking, just go to status, change it to confirmed, okay, and we'll just put, because it's today's date, we'll just go start time will be 2 p.m. and it will be for 25 people, and it will be in the area of functions, and what section of the restaurant, it'll be where the function tables are. Okay, like we said in the previous bookings video, you can fill out all the details that you require for this particular booking. The customer details, again, is the corporate entity that would be paying for the bill. The deposit section now is appearing, which is different to the bookings video that we did previously. And it's appearing because in booking details, this booking type called functions, drinks and food package accepts a deposit. Now you can pre-fill what deposit you want that to be. At the moment we haven't pre-filled any amount, so we'll just type in $500. And the tick comes off deposit paid and is basically waiting for the customer to come and make that $500 deposit. Customer can make that in one lump sum, can make it in numerous deposit payments. So they can come in and pay 5 times, 100, whatever amount they want to do it. And when it becomes the full $500 that Bossii is expecting to have received, Bossii will automatically tick that deposit paid. So the user should not be ticking that deposit paid button. Bossii will automatically fill that out. The moment that the full deposit has been paid, that particular function will then appear in the start bookings list. Up until that point, this particular booking will appear in the received deposits list. And we'll go into the POS so I can show you that in a second. So we're waiting on $500 deposit for that particular booking. We go into allocated tables, we'll allocate it to that particular table. We can put in our schedule of events like as per normal, our bookings packages. Our bookings packages are where, for example, we might have a set menu set up. Don't know if we've got any actually already set up in this example, but basically we can add a set menu as a bookings package, and that bookings package will automatically appear on the customer's bill the moment that you start that booking. So your staff don't need to remember, hey, this was a $55 set menu. That will automatically be added to the bill as soon as that bookings start. The document section shows all of the documents that you may have had between, all the communication that you may have had between the customer and yourself. You can do a full contact log if you've got numerous different functions, people managing functions. The task list basically shows what tasks you've decided to manage on the day. And bookings pricing, I think we showed that in the previous video, but just as a reminder, you can promise functions particular pricing. For example, all the house spirits. Let's change all the house spirits. Instead of $7.50, we might do a fixed price of $5 for all of our house spirits. Or we can do a dollar discount or a percentage discount, but in this particular case, we'll do a fixed price, $5. Makes everything $5. At that point, any of those items that go on the bill will automatically attract that $5 price, not $7.50. So if we just press save at that point, so our booking is for 2 p.m. That's our booking right there. If we go into the booking and we go print, we have a number of different reports. The bookings run sheet is the internal printed copy of that function, and that has all the information that has been entered into that bookings card. And that is something that you can use for you and your staff together. The deposit request for payment is something that can be sent out to the customer, and it basically shows, hey, we'd like a request for payment for the $500, and you can pay it to these particular contact details. So it's like an RCTI for a tax invoice. There's your RCTI, the formal version of that. And the RCTI actually has the words tax invoice on it, if that's what you require. You can send them an email, or once they've completed the booking, you can actually find their tax invoice relating to this booking and send it to them afterwards. Okay, so I'll just back out of that. Now, we've basically already set up our booking at that point. So let's let's go to our POS and imagine that it's time for the booking to show up to the venue. So we just go start POS. Put in our details. And firstly, we have to have received their deposit. So that in the example that we set up in admin, that the deposit was going to be $500. And like we said, it can be paid as a lump sum, or it can be in smaller increments as well. So we just go to options, other options, receive deposit. So Bossii will have a list of all the functions here that are awaiting the customer to pay the deposit. So we can choose that particular function and just go pay deposit. They're coming in and they're paying $250. They're paying it in cash. I'll just go accept payment and finished. So we've received $250. Let's say they come in again, and that's the booking. We just go pay deposit, another $250, cash, accept payment, and that is that booking all done. If we go to receive deposit again, there is no deposit line in there because the full $500 have been received for that particular function. So now, because the booking was for today, we can go to start booking, and there's our booking for 25 people. Just go to start booking. Do I want to activate this function onto table 1? Yes. It started with a minus $500 balance. So now every time that I put something on the bill, it'll lead its way to 0, and anything in the positive will need to be paid by the customer. So if I were to go beverage, Bundaberg rum, $5, because that's the pricing policy that we attributed to that function, it's now showing as $495. So I hope that you guys can really use this for especially coming up to your Christmas functions, all your Christmas functions. That way you don't need to remember how much did they prepay us and how to handle all the deposits through your POS. And it allows for full cash up analysis of your deposits and the function on the day as well. Hope that's helped. Thank you.